I was just doing a little scrolly scroll on Zillow, and this listing stopped me dead in my scroll, um, because you have every single dollar you could ever imagine to sell this property, and the photography, it just made me stop. As a luxury real estate photographer, I have seen basically anything you could ever imagine, but the photography of this listing just blew my mind. Like the color cast on this, it's like things are blue and orange, and then the wall back here, like way over there, is like green. Anyway, I'll show you another picture. Like this picture of this bathroom, the fans are running. Like you couldn't turn the fans off, and then everything is like super desaturated, but then like you have the super red wood. It's just such an interesting level of photography for a house that's like $18 million. And like for me, I want to see the view. Like I know that there's a difference between like architecture photography where most of the time you don't want to look outside, but for real estate photography, you're selling the experience of the home, and I want to see outside, and the way that they position the camera is just deck. You can't see past the railing, and the view past that is just white blur. It's just it's so weird. And like just the color balance throughout the entire property is like so off. Like this room, I know it's probably really dark in real life because it's just a wine cellar, but they tried to over brighten it, and now everything looks flat and pink, which is super strange to me. Like, don't get me wrong, this house is very interesting and unique on its own, like having a full marble floor with like this super wood built-in thing is a lot. But again, like I want to see a blue sky over there through the window, and like the texture of the trees. Like I want to know what I'm paying for. But you just don't get that with any of these pictures. Like a super dark ceiling, super dark kind of like carpeted area, and then a really overexposed window. Like if you would have shot with at least even like bracketed exposures, you could have exposed for the window and the room at the same time and had everything balanced, so it didn't feel like this crazy shift between orange and blue and green. I mean, like this house is super unique. Like it's obviously a very interesting home, so I'm not trying to like, I don't know. It's just the photography needs to be on par with a $19 million home. You know what I mean? Everything just feels a little bit like washed out and like super HDR. And like it's just the color temperature. Like this room is super orange, and then the room back here, whatever it is super blue and white. It's just a lot of contrast. I just feel like you could have done more for $19 million.